Hello, good morning. It's Dale from Shine Pilates. I'm here again in Kailua Beach in Hawaii. I hope you are going to enjoy the sunshine from this lovely sunrise. There's a little bit of clouds. We'll see what happens. Today, I'm going to work a little bit on the side body and the side of the hips with some stretching at the end. I'm not going to say how long we're going to go because last time I was way up. You know, sometimes I have a little bit too much fun. But let's get started. I will say that I am on a little bit of an incline. So if you see me fall a little bit, I am struggling a little bit with the incline that I'm on. All right, so we're going to come down to your side. What I want you to do is bend your knee and kickstand your feet out behind you and bring your elbow underneath your shoulder. So if you were looking down on me, you would see this L shape. Okay, so my torso and my upper legs are the top of the long line of the L, and my forelegs are the base of the L. All right. So you can have your top hand on the ground for a little bit of support, or you could bring your hand to your hip. All right. We're going to start. I want you to feel the muscles underneath the ribs as you press into the floor or the ground with your elbow and your hand. I want you to feel those muscles contract and help you lift up and lower down. Do a few of those if you need the support on the ground, so you can bring your hand to the ground. Let's just do a couple lifts and lowers. So that long line of the L stays nice and straight as you lift and lower and lift and lower. Anchoring through your elbow, anchoring through your knee. Lift and lower. Let's do a few more. Last two. Last one. And lower all the way down. Now we're going to add on a little bit. So I want you to extend your top leg long. Your foot is now going to be on the ground, but I still have this L shape with my bottom leg out behind me. But I guess the L has a little kind of like something going below the floor, that base of the L. Press into the knee, press into the foot, press into the elbow, lift your hips, and then control yourself down. I want you to resist gravity on the way down. Yep. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's do four more. Three, two, last one. Lower all the way down. All right, one more add on here. Whew, I'm starting to feel my shoulder, starting to feel that bottom waistline. All right, we're gonna lift your top leg. Lower down, lower down, little combo. Lift the hips, lift the leg, lower the leg, lower down, nice and strong, keeping yourself anchored. Let's do five more. Lift, control, four more. Last three. Keep the shoulders stacked, keep the hips stacked. Last two, and one. And then lower all the way down. All right, let's take a little stretch for the side of the hip. So we're going to take our top foot and put it in front of your bottom thigh. And take a little stretch right there. Whew. Maybe you take your hand, push that knee away, look down at the floor, release your neck a little bit. Maybe you drop your head. And then you're going to come down to a side lying position on the ground. All right. So, bottom arm is like a little pillow. Your hips are stacked and your shoulders are stacked. Now your knees are in front and you're in like a little half fetal position. Again, you could have your hand in front for support or your hand on your hip. Now, heels are going to stay together and keep your hips stacked as you lift your top knee and lower it down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Yep. Let's do 4 more. Little clams. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna do 1 more. Lower down. Ooh, my towel is blowing away. All right, now we're gonna do hard clams. So we're gonna lift the feet, keep the hips lifted. Now heels stay lifted as well. Hard clam. Yep. Rotate out and lower. How does that sunrise look? I'm facing the wrong direction. There's people that way taking pictures, so I'm guessing it looks beautiful. I lost count. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Lower down. Lower your feet. Punch out that hip. Let's do the other side. All right. Starting where we started on our elbow. Oh, here it is. Oh, let's take a moment. Oh, that looks beautiful. All right. Come back down. So we're going to make that L shape with our body again. So elbow underneath the shoulder. Hips are stacked. Forelegs propped out behind you. So I've got this nice long staff of the top of the L, and I've got that steady base of the L. First time or a couple times, a couple first reps, hands at the base ribs. Feel those muscles contract as you lift up. Feel them stay strong as you control yourself down. You can bring your hand to the mat if you need to for a little bit of support, or bring your hand to your hip and you take away some stabilization. Yep. Press into the elbow, activating the shoulder. You're not sinking into your shoulder. Press into the knees. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Oh, look at that sunrise. All right, now extend the top leg long, pressing into the elbow. Lift the hips and lower. Lift and lower. If there were 2 panes of glass, one in front, one behind you, you're lifting straight up between those panes of glass. Lift and lower. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. All right, our little combo. Oh, it's so lovely. I'm getting distracted. All right, so we're going to lift and lift the leg. Lower and lower. Lift the hips, lift the leg with control, come down. So we're not letting gravity bring us down. We're controlling ourselves on the way down. 5 more. That's 4. I want your last reps to look like your first reps. Last 2. Woo, spicy on this side. Last 1. And rest. All the way down. We're going to come all the way down to the mat for clams now. That half fetal position. Resting your head on your bottom arm. Stacking the hips. Little lift in that bottom waistline. All right. Heels stay together. Use the wrapping muscles. So think about wrapping from front to back to create that lift for the clam. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Lower down, hard clam. Lift the feet. Keep the waistline lifted. Sometimes it wants to drop into the ground, and lift the knee and lower. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee, lower. Take a little stretch. Put that top foot in front of the bottom thigh. Enjoy the view. Nice. All right. We're going to do a little side mermaid action with some planks, all right? In honor of being at the beach, all right? I like to start my side planks from a front plank. It just helps me get a little connected through my core, front, back, and sides, and then I come back into a side plank. So step out into a front plank. Wider feet is going to be a little bit easier. Narrower is going to be a little bit harder. All right, so step one hand into the center, rotate through the shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. All right, now we're going to drop our hips, bring that hand to your thigh, and then press up. Look at that hand. Reach your ribs towards the sky. And then lower down with control and lift back up. Let's do 4 more. Breathe. You're still in between those panes of glass. Moving the hips up and down. Shoulders and hips loosen. 2 more. Last one. And then we're going to come center and then lower down. So you could go through center and go right to the other side. But since I'm on this incline, I'm going to turn around on my mat. All right. So starting in a nice, strong front plank, step the other hand into the center, rotate through the shoulders, hips, knees, and ankle. All right. Lower the hips, hand comes to the thigh, lift your hips. Look at that top hand. Stretch out the ribs. So there's a little work on the bottom side that has to hold, and a little stretch through the top side. It feels really nice. Let's work the other side. 4 more. 3. And last 2. You've got it, nice and strong. Last one. And then come center. Rotate back to center. Slow push up. All the way down. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to do a little stretch through the quads. Okay? So you're going to bend one knee. Keep the knees as close together as you can. And grab your ankle. Now if you can't grab your ankle, you could use a towel. You could use a ring or a belt, a yoga strap, a stretchy band. And as you hold here, you might find that you can get a little more stretch, so a little closer with the heel to the hip. Allow the front of the hip to open towards the ground. Just make sure that knee isn't coming out to the side, staying directly underneath you. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then release that leg. And let's go to the other side. Sometimes I like to hold with both hands. Sometimes I notice that helps me keep alignment of the knee. You want the knee in line with the hip, the heel in line with the hip. And allow the front of the hip to open towards the ground. Let's take 2 more breaths on this side. Last one. And then come out of that. All right. We're going to do 2 more stretches, one for the hip and one for the side. I'm going to turn that way, but you'll still be able to see what my hips are doing and my legs are doing. So hands behind you for a little bit of support. Feet sitting on, or actually feet a little bit wider than the hips. You're going to drop your knees to the side and drop your knees to the other side. Windshield wiper, the legs back and forth. The incline made this look really kind of hard to have my hips and my feet higher than my hips. So that's why I'm turning around. Or am I making excuses just to watch the sunrise? Maybe a little of A, maybe a little of B. Let's do one more each side. Now you're going to come to one side and stay there. And then you're going to twist towards that front knee, keeping your collarbones wide. A rotational stretch. And then untwist your spine. Bring your legs to the other side, lifting as you rotate. You can have your hand on your side for a little support. And untwist through center. Last one is going to be our mermaid stretch, one of my favorites. So you're going to bring your feet underneath you together. You're going to hold hands, one hand on your ankles, other hand comes up and over into that side bend stretch. And up nice and tall. And we go in the opposite direction. Okay. Two more on this side. Up nice and tall. Hand finds the ankle. Lift the opposite hand. And side bend. And up. And we flow back and forth. Maybe going a little lower the second time around. Last one. Each way. And up nice and tall. Bring your hands in front. So you can swap your feet to the other side. So hold on to your ankles with one hand. Up nice and tall. Side bend. Up tall. Side bend in the other direction. And we'll do two more on this side. Up nice and tall. Lift your spine up towards the sky. One more each way. Oh, nice side stretch after that. Work through the side body. And come up nice and tall. You did it. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this side body workout at the beach. Have a wonderful day.